The oyster farming industry in Southeast Louisiana took a major hit from Katrina 20 years ago and the BP oil spill just 5 years later.
Yeah, and WDSU First Warning meteorologist Derek Sibley sat down with the Louisiana Oyster Task Force to see how they're reviving the industry.
Well, Derek shows us exactly how oysters were affected, how they recovered, and what protective measures can be taken in the future ahead of the next big storm.
Oyster farming in Southeast Louisiana is significant and ranks #1 in commercial oyster production in the United States. But it comes at a hefty price from Mother Nature to have it here. Specifically hurricanes, especially with storms like Katrina that heavily damaged the industry.
Our industry was pretty much, our infrastructure was totally devastated. Right here in the town of Empire was ground zero, the very center of the eye of Hurricane Katrina, crossed right where we're standing.
And 27 feet of water from Katrina's storm surge heavily displaced 95%, if not more, of the oyster fleet in Plaquemines Parish.
It was in the trees, on the levees, totally, spread out all throughout, sunk, a lot of boats sunk.
And after assessing the damage and what was left behind after Katrina, it was then time to check on a heartbreaking reality.
I needed to go check my oysters. I needed to go check my babies, see how they made out. When we got out there, it was very disheartening to know, as we started assessing our crop, we had some major damage. A lot of reefs were covered up, a lot of reefs were scoured out,
including losing about 60% of the crop.
Meanwhile, the 40% of oysters that survived were doing well. They were doing healthy. And finally around March, I think it was in March of 2006, the Department of Health and Wildlife and Fisheries gave us the go-ahead to begin harvesting oysters again.
But after resuming operations, the resources were limited.
We still didn't have power. So everything we had to run off a generator. We had no infrastructure. The conveyors, we had to bring in conveyors from elsewhere, run them off of generators, no ice, no fuel, so we had to put fuel tanks in our trucks to haul fuel to the boats. They were still giving free ice at the time, so we'd have to stop at the ice truck, get our ice to go to work. We had one little grocery store that was running out of like a FEMA trail. So life was very difficult.
And it wasn't just the after effects of the storm that was causing problems. Looting was also an issue.
A lot of people were starting to come from other areas, Lafitte, Grand Isle, from the west, coming in and taking everything off these boats that were sitting on the levee in the woods. So we had to set up a command center right here on what they call a jack-up barge. It's the barges that have the big long pipes on them and they jack. So we set up a command center right there, and we had to protect the harbor day and night. We had night vision equipment and everything to stop people from coming in to mess with everyone's boat.
Because the industry took such a hard hit, the federal government was able to step in and help.
We would buy limestone, crushed concrete, oyster shells, and put them out on our reefs to restabilize our reefs, rebuild our reefs, and we would get reimbursements. There was a program, the federal government worked with Wildlife and Fisheries, Department of Wildlife and Fisheries, so we got reimbursed for that.
And the effects after the program were a success, so much that new practices were developed.
After we did that program, we noticed just how beneficial it was to enhancing our oysters. I mean, we wound up with a crop, we said, look at this. It's amazing how many oysters we can actually grow now instead of just letting Mother Nature work with the natural bottom that we had. So now it's a practice that we all do. We keep building our reefs, making them bigger, making them larger, creating more habitat, oyster habitat.
As for future preparations for the next big storm, Louisiana Oyster Task Force also says that our oyster crops are at the mercy of Mother Nature. But he shares some advice for fishermen.
I think what a lot of fishermen learned, when you moor your boat, when you tie off on these short pilings, you have to cinch that rope. They just threw the loop over the piling. And as the tide came up, the boats just started floating everywhere.
Even though Katrina temporarily weakened the industry, it never weakened the spirit of getting back on track.
But we were determined to get out there and begin making our living again and do this. And we're very resilient. We don't give up. We hang in there.
Katrina wasn't the only disaster to affect the industry. Nearly 5 years after Katrina, an oil disaster would test the industry again.
The industry took a major hit from the BP oil spill. We never expected it to really impact us because it was so far offshore. But when it started impacting and making it ashore, then reality set in.
But here's how it really damaged the oyster industry.
During the BP oil spill, the damage to our oyster industry was when it allowed the East Coast, the West Coast, other oysters to enter into our market. And the same markets that we were shipping our oysters to were now getting oysters from different markets. When we came back into harvesting after BP, we had to fight to get our market share back.
But there is a strong message for the future.
We're one disaster from totally being, this community totally dying.
In Empire, I'm First Warning meteorologist Derek Sibley, WDSU News.
And the task force also says that they will use what they learned after Katrina and the BP oil spill to respond more efficiently in the event of another major natural disaster.
That's right. August marks the 20th anniversary since Hurricane Katrina. All month long, we will be reporting stories not just demonstrating the destruction, but rather showcasing the growth and the perseverance of the city of New Orleans since then.
Yeah, you can watch these stories on WDSU.com or the free WDSU mobile app. And 20 years later, here we are. August still marks the beginning of the height of hurricane season.
Meteorologist Devin Lucy is tracking rain this evening, as well as a few systems developing in the Atlantic right now. But what's the latest there?
Yeah, so we're monitoring 2 areas of possible formation, a tropical storm that formed Monday into Dexter. But the thing is, that's going to stay way out to sea. So we will start with tropics first, then I'll get the WDSU First Warning Weather Doppler radar. Again, here's the overview of all of the Atlantic. And notice those outlined areas, the way that they're oriented. Everything stays way out in the Atlantic over at least the next week to week and a half that I've seen the data show. So there's Dexter, and you see that that's tropical storm status, but then goes to a low. We'll explain. Moderate chance of possible formation now in Invest 96L. Low chance of possible formation shown here. What are we doing with our storm activity right now? And let's zoom out a little bit farther. And we do have our most impressive storm. It looks to be in Tangipahoa Parish right now. Get rid of that here so we can just focus on those storms. Really hefty over Roseland. Amit's within here too. Fluker, Independence on the way to you. Kentland getting some pretty hefty rain too. How about Lafourche Parish and Terrebonne Parish? We're also looking for some heavier downpours just developing earlier in the afternoon. Outflow boundaries, rain cooled air from lowlands to Donner producing these showers. And heavy downpours even farther south from here will look to be on the order of just outside of Houma here in Mandalay, so more marshy area for you. So that kind of covers what we've got for storms. There's a few in the outer Plaquemines and or outer St. Bernard and lower Plaquemines here too. What we're going to do is jump and stay focused on the tropics, specifically Atlantic. Again, Dexter being blown apart here. The thing is it's moving into water that's not as warm, and it's going to be overcome by getting its strength from rain from cooler and warmer air mixing together. So this is by the time it's getting to hurricane status, possibly late Thursday night, that it's just a storm. It's not tropical in nature. The thing is, this goes way out to sea, so I've spent way too long talking about a storm that goes even farther away from us. What we're going to discuss, though, is this latest looks to be the 7 o'clock update now in from the National Hurricane Center. We'll see if these stats have changed. But now looking for the possibility of formation of that cluster of storms moving even farther northeast that could develop in gradual formation. But listen, the forecast data just is not impressive with this whatsoever. And again, that moves northeast as well, staying off the coast of the United States and staying off of Newfoundland, Canada, and Nova Scotia here. So let's finally cover this medium chance of possible development, this Invest Now 96L that is just west of Cape Verde, Cabo Verde Islands. Broad area of storm activity, but it is a pretty significant, pretty strong tropical wave. And we'll look at what it's gone in the order of the forecast data. There it is circled. The high pressure that's coming off of Africa is really the one that takes hold. The tropical wave here, again, doesn't show a whole lot of formation. Maybe it's moving farther north, which it does get steered away from the U.S. and even away from Bermuda due to that high pressure kind of taking it up and pushing it farther north. It stays away from us, so no immediate impacts from Louisiana or from any tropical systems in Louisiana. Next named storm, if it forms, would be named Aaron. And this just in, Colorado State University's final update of the season. Dr. Phil Klotzbach stayed with the July forecast of 16 named storms, 8 hurricanes, 3 being major. And this compares very closely to our WDSU First Warning Weather forecast for the hurricane season. 17 named storms, 7 hurricanes, and 4 major. What we did for rain today, Lutcher topped that list with nearly 3.5. Just under 3/4 of an inch officially here in town. We topped out at 94, rain cooled air in 80s, but it's still pretty humid with dew points in the 70s. You got a Hammond dew point of nearly 80. 40% chance of scattered storms after everything goes away tonight. Waking up tomorrow, clear. 11 o'clock, noon, 1 to 2, the storms get firing once again, a 40% chance. Frequent lightning, locally heavy rain, gusty winds possible. We're right at that typical high for the time of the year. And we'll do it all over again into Friday. 40% chance of the storms that last through the weekend too. A little increase in storm chances and coverage with a little plume of tropical humidity, no tropical system. That comes next Monday, Tuesday.
I'm Fletcher Macklin. Next in sports, debunking crazy rumors about LSU quarterback Garrett Nussmeier. Plus, we're headed to California for a report on the Saints, who are now on the West Coast for training camp.
All right, and as we go to break, here is a quick look at your primetime lineup.